Yo, yo, what's going on? Everybody can all hear Bulls on Wall Street. Big up day in the markets today. We saw a really lot of movement, a big day in the Russell 2000, uh, breaking out to new highs. So you finally see that confirmation that we got from the S&P 500. So now that you've got confirmation from really all the indices and things like that, we already felt pretty good about what's been happening with this bull run, but now we've got really all the evidence kind of lining up in the favor that we're on a pretty good uptrend here, and when it stops, it stops. What's happened with this market the last 4 or 5 years is you don't know when it stops till it stops. Usually, it's with some type of geopolitical type news or something along that end, and that you can't predict. But in a vacuum, this market just kind of grinds higher, and that's what's been happening. And I would expect a little bit more of that. Sure, can we get a rest here and consolidate or even pull back? Sure, but we don't have anything in the makings right now of a big top or anything like that. Even some of the volume patterns that we watch, where we saw a lot of distribution and stuff like that, it's all thrown out the window with this confirmation of everything kind of breaking out, and we've seen that with stocks too. All these stocks that were on the bottom are just been really picked up, and it's just been a big steady grind. You can't really even day trade some of this stuff anymore, but it's like some of the momentum names that we were trading every day. They lost all the volatility, but boy, I mean, they just picture perfect, right? Just grinding higher and higher and higher and higher. I mean, 6, 7 days in a row, but slowly but surely, right? And so it's an amazing thing. What are you going to do? But it's a good trader's market. There's money to be made. Watch list for today. We'll have this on watch tomorrow. It was up a lot today. This stock's a piece of shit. It just is. I wouldn't try to short this thing unless it really, really made a huge run off the get go. Maybe $10, some type of parabolic move at the open tomorrow, 9, $10. Maybe look for it for a short. You know, if it crashes out at the open and then starts to rebound, we might see some type of long. But definitely, this is going to be a good trader. I had this thing at $5, and I sold it too early, but I mean, it's a big mover, right? Big mover. The stock does have a history of doing this, so you don't want to get too crazy with it. But we saw a lot more volume than we usually do in the stock. And you could see usually, during this run when we trade it, the spread could be like 30, 40 cents on it. I mean, today was tight. There was a real run on it. Blue. Blue is a biotech stock. I like the look of this. We saw some nice moves in KPTI, RCPT the last few days, and this looks like another one that has the potential to make a move. Kind of watch over that 40 spot. Tour, this thing looks like it wants to break out the highs. Could he use a rest? Sure. Will it get the rest? We don't know. We're not getting stocks that rest a lot right now. What's happening in this market is just, it seems like the old days. When we used to talk, when Pomo first started, you would just get like 40 points a day. That's kind of how it feels. Like you're just getting these stocks. Like this is a monster move, right, from 40 to 56. But when it happens over 30 days or whatever, it doesn't feel like it all at once. But it's a monster move. Uh, like, but it's hard. You can't swing trade this because it's so extended and it's not ever pulling back. And it's hard to day trade because you don't have the volatility in it as like it used to have. It's like the old school kind of Pomo move on it. So it's hard to short stocks. They get extended more than we anticipate. So sometimes if you see a breakout, you may have to just take a chance on it, and even if it is a tad extended. OSTK. I like the look of this. These base breakouts are in play. This is a well-known name, but it's definitely bottomed out here. And he comes out of this range. I think we got to move. CLDX, same type of thing. We're flagging here. Kind of looks a little bit like Halo does. A really strong move from 12 to 18. We've been consolidating now for a month. I think this thing breaks over 18 and gets really going. Kihu, strong price move over 95. We've just tap. It's been really coiling up for some time. I think this one's got a chance. ANET, wow, really just a monster move on this stock after a nice pullback. It looks like it had some type of earnings or PR here, and it continued all day. I had follow through, and it had really, just watching the price action and stuff throughout the day. It had, multiple chances at breakouts and moves out of consolidations. I mean, look at that end of day move from 70 to 76. That's pretty cool. Watch this one tomorrow too. We'll watch this thing for, either a week open or some type of continuation. But I like the move on. I'm not looking at this thing short. I'm looking at this for it's just day one of potentially what's a longer term run. CCR, I'm holding 2,000 shares, I believe, from about $4 or so for a swing. We'll see if this one's got some continued upside on it. This $4 break was key. WebMD, I bet this stock's probably a grinder. You don't want to necessarily day trade this thing, but definitely one of those stocks that, it can run for days and days if it gets over this 50. GoGo, still watching this flag break. BDSI, just coiling. The range is getting a little bit tighter and tighter every day. It might just be a handful of more days and before it goes, but definitely looks like as long as it doesn't break down, this thing's got a chance. CCIA, still another Chinese stock it's on watch. Gomo, this thing's coiling up. Look for a break over that 50-day moving average. HIMX, still same type of thing. It keeps trying to thrust out of it. Needs a break over that 50. And then CMCM, just pulling back. So what happens when you watch these stocks as they pull back, they just look nasty. They look unviable. The price action stinks. Well, yeah, anything that's pulling back, the price action always stinks. What you have to remember is how it acts, when it goes. And so we're looking like we're kind of at an apex on this thing. It needs to make a direction of where it wants to go, but it's there. It's been a low volume, easy-go-lucky pullback over 8 days. I think this one's got a chance to come out of this. And these IPO stocks have been moving. So that's it for now, guys. Let me know if you guys need anything, and I'll talk to you guys all later. Take care.